Family members are devastated after a new mother was shot and killed by her husband, who then took his own life. It all happened in Brookwood Hospital less than 24 hours ago. A Jefferson County coroner's report says Precious Johnson was shot multiple times. Authorities say she was a patient in the hospital. Family members say the 24-year-old had just had a baby with her husband, 19-year-old Kenneth Terry Jr. According to the coroner, Terry died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Homewood police think the hospital shooting was a domestic-related murder-suicide.
What should have been the happiest night of a young family's life, a newborn baby had just entered the world, a mother recovering in her hospital room, but just hours later, gunshots echoed through the maternity ward. And by the time police arrived, 2 people were dead. This is the tragic story of Precious Johnson and Kenneth Terry. On the evening of March 1st, 2026, police were called to the Women's Center at Baptist Health Brookwood Hospital in Homewood, Alabama. The call came at around 9:30 p.m. Reports of gunfire inside the hospital. When officers arrived, they found 2 people suffering from gunshot wounds inside a hospital room. Both were pronounced dead at the scene. The victims were later identified as 24-year-old Precious Johnson and her 19-year-old husband, Kenneth Terry Jr. Police quickly determined this was not a random attack. Investigators believe Terry shot his wife multiple times before turning the gun on himself in what authorities describe as a domestic murder-suicide.
ATM 13's Lisa Crane joins us live and local from Brookwood Hospital. Lisa, you spoke with family members in the Alabama Hospital Association today. What have you learned?
Well, I did speak with Kenneth Terry's mother today. As you can imagine, she is devastated. She did not want to speak on camera, but she told me she just can't understand what happened. She said this young couple was having some marital problems, and Precious Johnson did not want Terry's family at the hospital when she delivered the baby, but she still can't comprehend that her son could be violent. 19-year-old Kenneth Terry had a lot going on in his life. His mother tells me he had finished Army National Guard boot camp, had married 24-year-old Precious Johnson, and they were expecting a baby. But Sunday night, after Johnson delivered her baby, authorities say Terry shot her several times and then turned the gun on himself.
I think it's a sad, but this was an isolated incident. And I will say in my 30 years of working at the Hospital Association and representing our hospitals in the state, this is the first time something has occurred like this.
Because of this tragic incident, Howard says we could see changes to security protocol at hospitals like Baptist Health Brookwood. I wanted to get an idea of the security there. Less than a day after the shootings, I walked through the labor and delivery unit unchecked.
Hospitals always do after-action reports and look at what are the lessons learned, what worked well, what might need to be refined. And in doing that, it's not uncommon for the Hospital Association to pull together all of our hospitals to share information and best practices and what worked and what didn't work and what might need to be revisited.
Now, I reached out to leaders here at the hospital. They did not want to speak on camera or address specific questions about security. Howard says there are no security mandates in Alabama for hospitals here, but she says, of course, that could change, and there will be a lot to learn from this incident. Live in Homewood, Lisa Crane, WVTM 13.
Lisa, thanks. Homewood Mayor Jennifer Andrus is reacting to what she says is an active investigation, saying police acted quickly to secure the scene and ensure there was no ongoing threat to the public. She says her thoughts are with the victim, her family, hospital staff, and everyone affected. Andrus says the city is working closely with hospital leadership and will provide updates as appropriate.
Precious Johnson had just done something extraordinary. She had given birth to the couple's first child. Family members say she was a patient at the hospital recovering after delivery when the shooting happened. Imagine the moment. A newborn baby, a mother holding her child, a family preparing to start their future. And then suddenly, violence erupts inside the very room where life had just begun. Reports indicate the baby was not harmed during the shooting, but the child will grow up without both parents. As investigators began piecing together the story, more details emerged. Family members revealed the couple had reportedly been dealing with marital issues leading up to the birth. According to Terry's mother, tensions had been building within the relationship, but no one expected things would end like this. Kenneth Terry had reportedly recently completed training with the Army National Guard and was preparing for fatherhood. To those around them, the young couple appeared to be stepping into a new chapter. Yet behind the scenes, something had clearly gone terribly wrong. Relationships can be complicated. Emotions run high. But this case shows how quickly a situation can spiral when conflict, stress, and access to a weapon collide. The story of Precious Johnson and Kenneth Terry is one filled with heartbreak. A young mother, a new father, and a baby who should have been surrounded by joy. Instead, their story became a national headline and a painful reminder of how fragile life can be. In the days following the tragedy, rumors and speculation began circulating online, including claims that the baby may not have belonged to Kenneth Terry. But at this time, those claims remain unconfirmed, and investigators have not publicly linked any specific motive to the shooting. What we do know is that life was lost, a family was shattered, and a child entered the world under unimaginable circumstances. If this case teaches us anything, it's that struggles people face inside relationships are often hidden from the outside world. Sometimes the pain, the tension, the warning signs are buried beneath the surface where no one else can see them. And the truth always has a way of coming out, because in the end, what's done in the dark comes to the light.